Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rick's BLAZIN takes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Yo. SimWorld, what's up? What it do? What's going down? It's Rick Blaze coming to you live and direct with another episode of Rick's BLAZIN takes. Hey, we had a busy night in SimWorld. We back, and I want to talk about some things. Yeah. So last night we had a busy night in SimWorld as far as the games are concerned. First of all, I'm back, and I'm glad to see the production crew get their money, they get their squilla, they get their change, they get their cheddar, dollar bill. Y'all, I'm glad y'all got paid, because that means we get to see live SimWorld action again. So one time for the production team who got their money. Now don't y'all pull this crap again. We got business to take care of. We got bills to pay like y'all do. So don't do this. All right. I want to do my quick overview about the games that happened last night. Starting out first with the North versus DMV. The North pull out the win. My takeaways. Alex Rodriguez has been solid all season long. Last night was no different. He's been solid all season long for the North. And I like the emergence of, is it, how you say it? I don't want to say his name wrong. Is it Azunda? Mazaka? I like the emergence of Mazaka. Mazaka, I think, is going to be a really nice player. On the other side of things, I like Cam Jones has played good, and Singleton has came on surprisingly as well for Run DMV. Their team is going to be, they don't have a top echelon team, but I do like Cam Jones, what he's able to do in his extended role, and I like Singleton, what he was able to do now in his role as well. Moving on, the originators. Well, what can I say that we ain't already said? Newsflash, not even a newsflash. Cooper Flag is that guy. We know that. But again, my takeaway is what happens when Cooper Flag is not going crazy. When it comes to the race to one, you're going to have these upper echelon teams who's not going to allow Cooper Flag to go crazy. What happens then? I'm not sold on the originators currently as a favorite of winning the race to one. I don't like how they look outside of Cooper Flag as a team. The defense hasn't been as dominant as it once was early in the season. Vic has been kind of teams have found ways to keep him from doing what he does best, and they don't have a consistent scorer outside of Cooper Flag. So maybe this is breaking news. I don't think originators win race to one this year. Can I double down a little bit more? I don't know what the teams are going to be. I don't know who's going to play who. I don't know all of that. But can I go down a little bit further? I don't think the originators get past the Elite Eight in the race to one. Pow. All right. Let's move on. Also the game, Middle East against Gulf Coast. Lockdown. This is more to say about Gulf Coast than it does Middle East. Middle East came out and played. I respect it. But Gulf Coast, you are cha-cha sliding right now in the wrong direction. They're still 10-7. They're still in first place in the Southern region. But right now, the other teams in the region are getting better and finding ways to win. And Gulf Coast is finding new ways to lose. What's happening? Here's why I see what happened. Besides Kai Killings, nobody else in the team has been consistent. Besides Kai Killings, nobody on that team has been consistent. That's on the offensive side. On the defensive side, where's the defensive identity? There's no way on God's green earth Middle East should have came in and dropped 80 on y'all head. There's no way on God's green earth Middle Eastern should have dropped 80 on y'all head. They need some consistency They need somebody on I like Aiko. He didn't bring it last night. He only played 15 minutes last night. I don't know I don't even know what's going on with that. Him only playing 15 minutes, but besides Kai Killings, the team has been inconsistent offensively, and they've lost their defensive identity. I need them to regain Ezekiel Bull. I need Deontay Joyce. I need those guys to step up defensively. And they're going to struggle until A, someone else offensively steps up, and B, they regain a defensive identity. Bad Boys versus ATLians. What did I get from that game? Bad Boys ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together if Samuel Vargas is not doing his thing. If Samuel Vargas is not Samuel Vargas, Bad Boys is not worth 2 nickels rubbed together. Samuel Vargas has to be Samuel Vargas for them to have a shot. They are already a gritty team. He has to be him in order for them to have a shot. On the ATLian side, I'm seeing Roy starting to put some points together now. I think the pressure has came off of Royce. I think now that the media isn't really talking about him as much, now the expectation has dropped. I think he's settled in now, and now he's starting to put up some points. Can he keep it going? I don't know, but I think the pressure in the beginning was too much, and it got too much for Royce. And I think now the pressure has kind of relaxed some. I think now he's finding his groove. We may see the Royce Anderson we've been looking for all season long. But the problem with that is once you start doing that, then the pressure comes back on because people start expecting it. He's going to have to figure that part out. We had H-Town versus Oceana. What I take from the Oceana side, say, man, I know Damian Lillard is a beast. You know, I love me some Damian Lillard. But that Beauchamp last night was looking like Kyrie Irving. Beauchamp last night looked like Kyrie Irving. He was giving the guards, particularly Magic, the business. I mean, he was having his way like it was Burger King. He was just having his way last night. Whatever he wanted to do, he did it, and he did it well. On the H-Town side, can H-Town be making a run here? Let's think about it for a second. The season for H-Town started off first with Coach Bilardi, and their number one guy, it looks early on in the season, was Corey Yams. He was putting up double digits. He was averaging double digits per season. Then, after that, Almighty Soul came on, and they kind of switched to Almighty Soul. Almighty Soul kind of took off. He became the de facto number one guy, looks that way at least. And he started doing his thing. And he's still doing his thing. Now we see the emergence of Vincent Magic, the whole repertoire. And I got to give Coach Drayton credit. He called the Westbrook situation about Vincent Magic earlier this season, and he's looking exactly like that, for better or for worse. His jump shot is questionable, just like Westbrook. He's not going to play great defense. He gets touched on defense, just like Westbrook. But what he does bring is energy, all-out effort. He was smash on you. He rebounds, and he can pass the ball. He can does everything else for you. So now you're looking at a team in Houston. J-Mo has stepped up. Now you're looking at a team in Houston whereas they got 3 guys who on any given night can give teams problems. And I let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. I know it might sound slightly biased because I'm a Houstonian. Most teams don't have 3 guys that they can say, on any given night, one of my 3 guys can get it done. Or on any given night, all 3 guys can get with it. You know, I don't know, but I'm just saying, H-Town might be a team you might want to take a look at. Lastly, the last game was Best Coast Baller versus Heartland Zombies. What I take away from this? Simple. Suno Chopper is legit. Mr. Chopper style himself is legit. I think someone mentioned on the broadcast last night, maybe Elava, I believe, asked was Suno one and done in college. He looks like he could be. He looks ready to play. He looks ready for the next level, and I think 1 year at the next level in college, he's going to be ready for the NBA. He's looking as the old people will say, he's looking mighty fine right now. He's looking mighty fine right now as far as his basketball game. He has a mature game, and I think he is one and done come wherever college he decides to go to. I think he is one and done. Suno Chopper is the real deal. Heartland dropped one. But shout out to Barkley James. I like seeing him coming along with his brother Benari. Barkley maybe can establish himself as the legit number 2 option behind that team. It's one loss. I'm not taking it, but my biggest takeaway from that game was Suno Chopper is that guy. Let me know your opinions. What do you think? You agree? You disagree? Let's cuss and discuss. Let's talk about it in the chat. I'll see y'all on the other side.